Seminole pumpkin is a great vegetable to grow in Florida's summer heat because it's heat tolerant. It's an heirloom vegetable and you can save the seeds from year to year. How you get them started is you can plant the seeds directly in the earth or you can put them in a pot. And so I usually put 1 or 2 seeds per pot and cover them up and water them in. And then I'll transplant them to a larger pot like this 1 gallon here. This guy is ready to go in the ground. It already has a nice root system. And I will just go ahead and plant that in here. And they like to be spaced about 4 feet on center. And you can give this a little water and then a little fertilizer too to get your Seminole pumpkins started. You do want to plant multiple plants so they can cross-pollinate. I'm checking in on this Seminole pumpkin plant. It's been about 60 days since planting it from seed, and I'm going to be checking for 2 things. I'm going to be looking in the leaves for caterpillars, and they like to live in these baby leaves here, so I uncurl them and rub my thumb through there. If I do find any caterpillars, or I just want to use a little preventative, I'll use this BT product here, which is an organic pesticide, and I'll spray it all over the leaves. The other thing that I look for is where the vine is placed. So you might need to redirect the vine a little bit and put it down so it can root into the soil and put some mulch around it. So this is a little BT or Bacillus thuringiensis I'm spraying on the Seminole pumpkin plant here. You can see right here there's a little damage from some caterpillars eating the leaves. So I'm just gonna spray the leaves, and I might do this maybe once a week, especially if you see caterpillars. Give it a good spray and try to get the undersides of the leaves the best that you can. Thanks for checking out the pumpkin patch, and I'm really excited that they're starting to flower, and hopefully we'll get some pumpkins. We're now at an important stage of development with our Seminole pumpkin because we have male and female flowers. So you want to look carefully at the flowers, and this one here is a female flower, which you can tell by the swollen ovary here at the base. That's what's going to turn into the pumpkin. Inside, there's actually bees pollinating it, but just to be sure, I'm going to take one of these male flowers from another part of the plant, and I'm going to strip off the petals here, and that way it gets down to just that part, and I'm going to stick it in here and just hand pollinate it to make sure that this gets pollinated and that we get good fruit set. So stay tuned, and this will develop into a pumpkin, and you'll get to see what it looks like at harvest time. So it's the end of pumpkin season, and you can see how this Seminole pumpkin has sprawled all over the garden. So there's a couple pumpkins out here, and what we're looking for now is to tell when is the pumpkin ripe. So there's a couple things to look at. First of all is the color. So you should know the color of the pumpkin. This gets like a creamy tan orange color. Another thing to look at is that the tendrils here will turn brown and dry out, and the pumpkin stem is going to turn from green to brown. And then you can do the thumbnail test where you're pushing your thumbnail into the pumpkin and it should not make an indentation because now the pumpkin is hard. And so that's how we know it's ready to harvest. What we're going to do is we're going to take our clippers and we're going to leave a little bit of the pumpkin stem on, and then we're going to let it cure. Now this is an heirloom vegetable, so you can save the seeds and replant them for next year. I am really excited about our Seminole pumpkin harvest. This is an heirloom vegetable that dates back to the Native American times, and it's a delicious vegetable, but before we eat it, we are going to save the seeds because they can be grown again next year and passed on to friends and family. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the pumpkin in half, and we're going to use a spoon to scoop out the seeds and put them in a bowl where we're going to add some water and then try to rinse off the pulp. And then we'll dump it out in a colander and rinse them some more under water. Then we'll dump them out onto a sheet of like a brown paper bag or something. And we'll kind of move them around a little bit to dry them out. You might have to move them around, a couple times a day or for a couple days to get them completely dry, which then they're ready to save, and put them in a plastic bag, write Seminole pumpkin and the date, and then you're good to go. Now that we saved the seeds from our Seminole pumpkin, we are going to cook it because it's nutritious and delicious. I have Josh Payne here. He's the nutritionist and health agent. Josh, tell us what to do with this pumpkin.
So I love cooking pumpkin. It's rich in beta carotene, and we're going to be doing an easy roasted pumpkin recipe.
Sounds good.
We're going to start by using our chef's knife and cutting it into wedges about 1 inch thick. Then we're going to coat each side with olive oil, salt, and pepper, and place them on a baking tray. Roast in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes, and then flip them and roast them another 20 minutes until they're soft, charred, and tender. They're ready to eat once you take them out of the oven, or you can enjoy them as a side dish on a salad or a curry.
Thanks for watching, and now you know how to grow a Florida Seminole pumpkin from seed to plate.